after the accident, what happened to you and your kids?
So I definitely believe that there's something going on with the water, even though it's testing okay. I don't know if they're failing to test for the chemicals that they should be. I'm not a scientist, so I can't answer those things. All I know is what I'm seeing with my own eyes and feeling in my own body. And as far as the air, uh, there are certain times of the day where the air seems absolutely fine, and there's other times of the day where a smell will come through. It is like a burning plastic, chlorine, sweet type of smell. Um, and as soon as I can actually smell that terrible odor, I feel that my symptoms that I'm having and my children's symptoms ramp up by three.
It was only after many days of the derailment that big US media started to pay attention to it and report on it. Why?
Because I feel that they view us as a poor town, a town full of stupid people, a town full of hillbillies, which I think they have learned we are definitely not. We are a town full of respected individuals, educated individuals, and we were not going to allow Norfolk Southern to sweep this under the rug. And I think that they did everything in their power, along with the government, to keep this from going mainstream media. And I want people to see our kids sick. I want people to see me crying. I want people to see me throwing bricks in this water that they says safe, and see all the oil come to the top. I want reporters to come here, and even though it's terrible, when they leave, say, hey, I was in Palestine 2 hours and I have a terrible headache, because it gives validity and it backs up what every single person in this town is saying. And it makes us seem more credible, and it keeps the story alive.
How long will the pollution of air, water, and earth caused by the train derailment last?
Honestly, I hate to say this, but I believe that we are going to be dealing with this for generations to come. I think that Norfolk Southern did not do the right thing in the days preceding this train derailment. I believe by them leaving those toxic materials, hundreds and thousands of gallons of oil to just sink into our soil even further. I think by doing the controlled burn, it was the cheapest solution, maybe not the only one nor the safest. And they polluted our air. And I think that there are far long reaching consequences to the choices that they made and the choices that they continue to make by not cleaning that up appropriately. I hope that they realize that 20 years from now, when women are losing their uteruses, when women can't have children, when people are dying from kidney disease, lung cancer, liver cancer. I really hope that they would look back and realize that what they've done here is an absolute shame. It should be the government's job to be taking care of people who want to relocate for the time being so that they can protect their children. And that's not what's happening. And I shouldn't have to be raising my own money. I shouldn't have to be asking for donation from other people either. I should be getting help from FEMA. And by them not giving us that help, that's another thing where I say what's going on here is crossing the line of being neglectful to criminal. I've worked my entire life. I was a single mom for, 16 years, and I raised my three younger children all by myself. And it's very hard for Appalachian people to ask for a handout, but that's what the government and that is what Norfolk Southern has forced me to do, because they are refusing to provide me with the help that I should be entitled to. I mean, don't you think that if a United States citizen goes to a government official or goes to a corporation that is basically poisoning them and says, my children are sick. My children have not been well for going on 20 days. Do you not think that it's my right as a United States citizen to get some kind of aid or some kind of assistance to help me so that I can protect my children? They're not helping. They're leaving me with my hands tied.
President Biden went to Ukraine but didn't go to East Palestine. How do you comment on the handling of the accident by the Biden administration?
And that's
So
another thing. Biden's in Ukraine, giving them billions of dollars, why I'm forced to shelter in place in my home and possibly I'm poisoning my children. That to me is mind blowing. That things like that don't happen in the United States. And for this to be going on, I can't wrap my head around it. That's why I'm going to continue to dig. I'm going to continue to research. I'm going to continue to gather facts. And I will fight to the very end to get people in this town what they deserve.
The US always claims to be a guardian of human rights and criticizes the human rights of other countries. What's your take on this?
As of what I've seen go on here in my town, I don't think the U.S. government has any right to judge others on how they take care of their citizens. Because I'm telling you, the treatment that has been handed down to the folks here in East Palestine is absolutely horrendous.
What's your expectation for the Chinese media in reporting the derailment accident?
I think that makes them tremble in their boots. And my biggest thing is what I would want from the Chinese media is don't let us be forgotten, because that is my biggest fear with the media in the US. Things happen so quickly that one day this is a headline, the next day the headline's something new. And I can't stress the importance of us not being forgotten, because I believe as soon as the pressure is let off of these corporations by these elected officials, that they're going to slack and they're going to falter and they're not going to follow through on their promises that they've made to this town and all the residents in it. I would love for the Chinese media to keep East Palestine's name in the headlines and keep us in your prayers and help us fight the good fight.